Hello everyone, Sheyla here, and today we have a look at the first RP guild that has been formed on Ambershire. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So, here is a bit of footage from the Valiance Pact's very first RP event. Now this is when the Pact is formed. This is when all of the members who were able to make the event formally signed up for the guild. And we got a little bit of footage here of me dropping some sponsored tents in Westfall a little bit later on in the day. Now, forgive me if I'm a little bit scattered or low energy. I have been up for about 30 hours just filming loud cars always. It's literally 6 in the morning. I've been up for 30 hours just filming footage of my adventure leveling Nytherion over on Ambershire. So you'll have to bear with me here. I might be a little bit hazy. But I've been having a blast. I've been having a fantastic time. Just getting acclimated to the surroundings. I encourage anybody who hasn't tried it out yet to hop on over. So who are the Valiance Pact? Well, we are an alliance-based guild. We do accept Horde members. However, they have to be diplomatic, and they need to be concerned with the defense of Azeroth, and they need to be here's that haziness I was talking about. They need to be noble. They need to be noble Horde members. We do not want any hostile Horde in our guild. So that being said, we're taking any role players who would like to join us, being the first RP guild that was formed. It was formed about 6 minutes into the server start, and I saw the message in world chat, and I was like, oh my gosh, if I have to do it. The whole reason I rolled this server is to RP and to enjoy the parts of Turtle WoW that I haven't really been able to participate in over on Nordrenar, just because I've had this mentality of, oh, I gotta raid, oh, I gotta rank, oh, I gotta get into Kara, oh, I've gotta get into, I gotta go. While I have been a little bit rushed in my gameplay just to do certain things, I have been enjoying just participating in the world with all of my guildmates. So we went over to the keep here, and each class swore an oath to protect Azeroth, and you can read the chat. You'll see some of the subject matter that we talked about. And it's not just as simple as, you're going to get in the guild and you're just going to go ahead and zone out and do whatever you want to do. We want you to interact with your guildmates, and not just interact in the way of, forming up groups and forming up, dungeons and things like that. We want you to get out into the world and do some free play. Free play is an area of the game that a lot of players haven't really explored, just because it's so abstract. There's no real objective. There's no reward for it. There is a reward for it. It's inherently rewarding. The reward is fun and new experiences and novelty. But a lot of players don't they don't really know how to get into it. Like they feel like, well, I've never RP'd before, and I know like some people take RP serious. And while we do have lots of seasoned RPers, people who have been RPing for 20 years, dungeon masters, people who are doing other tabletop role-playing games, this is a guild where anybody who wants to RP is welcome. Now we do ask that you take your role play somewhat seriously, and we're not saying you have to be super serious about it, but we're saying don't ruin somebody else's fun. You know what I mean? You know, if somebody is trying to have some sort of like dialogue with you, don't treat it as a joke. You know, you want the other person to be having a good time. You want to be respectful with your RP. But if you're new and you don't really know how to RP, there are people in the guild who can help you with that. Like me myself, I have RP'd a little bit over on Nordrenar, primarily as a blacksmith, you know, selling my wares. Some of you will have done deals with me where I show up and I'm in character and I'm whistling at you. I'm telling you exactly where I got these bars from. I'm telling you, you know, about my day as a smith, things like that. That's sort of the vibe. That's sort of the goal here, is to lose yourself in your imagination. Have fun with it. Because it is a really enriching experience and it adds a whole nother level to the game. Now, at the time of recording, we had 45 people online. I don't think all of the members made the meeting just because we have some Horde members who could not get into the keep. But we will get to that in a little second. But I was just surprised at the sheer turnout, and we were in Discord. There was about 30 to 35 people in Discord, and I was talking to nobody for an hour because I had my headphones plugged in, but I did not put in the mic extension. I've got a little extension that's like a detachable microphone. I completely neglected to put that in just because I'm sort of sleep deprived. As you can tell from my elongated pauses. I mean, I always take pauses. I always say and and stuff, but it's going to be a little bit more today just because I'm running on fumes right now. But yeah, I was talking to myself for an hour and I was like a little concerned because like people were talking over me and things like that. And then an hour later, I like scroll up to my icon and I speak into my mic and it's not lighting up like it should be. And I'm like, oh my gosh, nobody can hear me. So it was funny. It was very funny. But here you can see us going to walk through Stormwind and make our presence known. We are actually headed outside right now to meet with a Horde delegation who decided they heard about our pack and they decided that they wanted to see what we're about. So we're gonna go suss them out because we don't know about these Horde. You know, we've had some bad experiences with Horde in the past. However, you know, being noble at heart, we want to keep our minds open, but some of us are a little bit dubious, so we're gonna have to earn each other's trust. And I'm looking forward to how that unfolds exactly. Like I was saying when they couldn't hear me, like, oh my god, this is so cool. Like I was nerding out. I was like, this is such a neat little experience. Like, you know, like these things don't happen every day. And we started to pick up like looky-loos and bystanders, and people are like, what's going on? Where are all these people going? So we started to get a crowd of more players who are not in the Valiance Pact following us around just to see what the commotion is about. Some of these players would end up joining the group. Some of these players would just, you know, spectate. But that's cool too. If you are already in a guild and you are a little weary about role-playing, feel free to just, you know, check out one of our events and you can just spectate. So please don't be disruptive. But yeah, just take a look and see the story unfold in front of you. Because this is what World of Warcraft is truly about. It's sort of like adding Dungeons and Dragons level immersion to World of Warcraft. You're no longer just somebody in the world doing quests and, you know, trying to get the best loot. You're a living, breathing person. And that's sort of what Ambershire is about. It's a fresh start. And it's an opportunity for maybe older players who are sort of tired of their old routine. It's an opportunity to try something new. And I do recommend that you know, do what you got to do. We've already got level 60s over on Ambershire. We've got people who are, you know, speeding to 60. I think the first 60 was a mage named Eve. I could be wrong. A high elf mage named Eve. who turned or dinged 60 in about 2 days flat, which is impressive. It's impressive. I am not really concerned about leveling up to 60 super fast. I'm concerned about a few other things, but I don't want to spoil future content, so we'll get into those concerns later on. But yeah, we had a blast. We hung out for about an hour and a half. This is us taking our meeting with the Horde delegates, and we had no clue what this creature was in front of us. This storm stout man. Like what is this creature? I've never seen something like this as a night elf. So it was a ton of fun, and we all decided that after the formal event, we were going to go and raid Hogger. And we weren't just going to raid Hogger. We were going to help the level 10s and the level 11s and 12s kill Hogger, just so they didn't really have to worry about soloing Hogger by themselves or finding a group. Just for about a 45-minute span, everybody got to kill Hogger. And we actually ended up walking down there all single file, and people, the Hogger players were just like, what is going on? Where are all these people coming from? We've got a panda here, we've got a bullman here. Like, what is this? This is the magic of an RP server. This is what you get when you roll in an RP server. You don't just get your normal World of Warcraft. You get World of Warcraft with just random encounters, just player-based random encounters. And personally, this is what I was imagining when I came over to Turtle WoW. I was imagining something like this, with people who wanted to expand upon the game, and people who wanted to be a living entity within the world. And there are our peers over on Nordrenar, but it feels like a lot of the community over on Nordrenar isn't aware that the server is an RP server, just because Turtle WoW is so good and everybody wants to play it. Everybody wants to do the new legends, or the new levels rather, excuse me, that they sort of don't give RP a chance or a thought. Like, it's not something that occurs to them. So it's really cool that the group that established this guild, the Paragons, they were quick, and literally 6 minutes it took them. It took them 6 minutes to get the guild charter, purchase it, and they got their signatures, and they're up. So yeah, if you're interested in trying World of Warcraft with a new spin, and you haven't RP'd before, or maybe you have RP'd before, come join the Valiance Pact. This has been Sheyla. Have a good day, guys. Peace.